In light of what's happened in Nashville and the state of Tennessee and removing those two black men from their ability to represent the neighborhoods and the communities in which voted them in, I want to take a moment to talk about Kim Gardner even further, right? Because the state of Missouri is trying to do the same thing. This is a woman that the people voted her in because she represents the people. So take a listen to some of the things in which she stands for.
I love this job because I actually want to invest in people, not about buildings. I want to invest in people and to address the root causes of the problem. We can all talk about what the number one cause of crime is, and that's poverty. We know that. We have more police than most major cities, and that's still not enough. But we know what it is. If we give people the equal opportunity to thrive, then it will be great and keep our families safe. And I just want that for everybody. I want the same thing that I want every day for my family, for each and every one of you in these pews, in the community. And I just want us to come together. And I get tired of people telling bootless people to pull themselves up by the bootstraps, right? Well, guess what, Governor? Since you care about the crime, let's put some restrictions on these guns. But guess what they did? They didn't care. They think you have a right to give a 12-year-old an AK-47 than give somebody health care. That's a problem for me. They want to give you more resources in prison than out here on these streets. That's a problem for me. When we talk about mental illness, it's situational psychosis when you barely can feed yourself, and then you wonder why people are not afraid of prison. Because when they look better in prison than out here on the streets, that's a problem. We should all be ashamed. We have to address these kids being affected by guns and families. We have to address violent crime. We have to find a strategy to prevent crime as well as hold individuals accountable. We have to invest in people. My office will focus and continue to focus its resources, working with health systems to really address the needs, working with job opportunities and job organizations to hook people up with real opportunities, not that.
That is real change. That is what real change looks like. And for those of us low melanated folks who are upset about what keeps happening to black folks, about what we're doing now to remove their voting abilities and what we're doing to remove and make it difficult for the people that represent those communities. And they even got rid of two people in the state of Nashville. If you're upset about it, then it's time we find the right people to support and we start showing our political power to do so, because we still have political power to do something about it. So I'm going to let you listen to Kim again, because this is a person who is not afraid to take on this system. And we, as low melanated folks who want change, I don't care if you represent and love Trump. I don't care if you love Bernie. I don't care if you love the idea of change and if you're against Big Pharma and Big Bill Gates and all of these things. If you look at everybody who's causing you problems with power, it is from a white cultural standpoint, if not them still being white men. So let's really be honest with that and look at the cultural problem that exists. And let's stand up for what real change sounds like. You just heard her say it. And now let's hear how she feels about them coming after her.
Had police officers call my office, victims call my office and saying police said because I'm the first African-American prosecutor, it's certain crimes that they can't write reports on because I'm not going to prosecute those cases. That was day one. But when you have individuals trying to sabotage your office, it's not normal when you have everyday people who show up to work for a thankless, low-paying job. They work with police every day. They do their job without fanfare. But then to have individuals have an actual political agenda to stop justice, that's a problem. It's unfortunate that you can make statements and tell me I got up to high noon to get out of my office. You got the governor. I was a state rep. He was a senator, but he ain't ever called me for anything other than to call the president down and the U.S. attorney last time and say that I'm not doing my job because I chose to evaluate crime when you had individuals waving guns at protesters coming to my house to threaten me and my family with it. Those are things that have been challenging, but in spite of all, we've done our job. We worked hard. We continue to do the hard work, and it's difficult. But what is disturbing is the audacity, right? The audacity that somebody would get on TV and tell me I got noon. But it's not about me. I tell you, they tell me, just go along and get along. I'm not going along and get along with nothing. They tell me to be quiet and just let people tell me how to do this job because I'm representing the people, and the people won't change. Now they want you to take away your old criminal justice person. The only person elected is the circuit attorney, and it's the first time in the history we ever had a black elected official in this position. And it will silence your voice. It's not about Kim Gardner, it's about each and every one of you. What you want to see from your community. And what they're doing is targeting my people in my office. They're intimidating my people who work every day. See, y'all don't know that, do you? They ain't gonna report that harassing people. But they always want to talk about the rule of law.
If we can't be motivated by that, then stop feeling good about yourself because you want change to happen. We have to be a part of the change. We have to change our minds to listen and be guided by those who are making decisions like that. We have to be willing to stand up and go march or whatever you're going to do to contribute to that change for that type of person to maintain in a position of influence. Because we can't continue to allow what happened in Tennessee to guide us and do nothing about it and wait for black people to pull themselves up by the bootstraps that they don't even have because we took them away every time they get boots. Question, what are we doing? What's the race all about? What are we thinking change really looks like if it doesn't sound and look like what Kim Gardner stands for? Race for what? Thank you.
We need to show love. Yeah, I'm gonna show love. Are you gonna show love? Yeah.